Archaeology is an insane profession in Cataclysm, and today I will help you get you to the max level, but also talk about some of the benefits of leveling this profession. One of the main reasons is the different level 85 epic weapons you can acquire. These will be your pre-raid biz, and the good thing is that they will also be bind on account. So if you acquire them on your main, you could always send them to an alt character whenever you reach level 85 on that one. This profession will also be important to level up as a caster, as you can get yourself 2 different amazing staffs. On top of this, there's also going to be a shield for a tank, and a one-hand weapon you could also use for tanking or as a DPS. Not to mention all the different toys and also mounts you can get. There's going to be many different things and it will take time, but if you're watching the video in the pre-patch, it will also give you something else to do. Alright, so as an Alliance player, head to Stormwind City, and as a Horde player, head to Orgrimmar. Once you reach level 20, you can start learning and leveling up this profession. In your profession tab, Survey will now appear, and this is going to be the ability you will use in order to dig up the different fragments. In the pre-patch, you will be able to get this profession to 450, and when Cataclysm launches, you can get it to 525. Next, enable show dig sites, and then on each continent, there's going to be 4 different locations where you can level up your archaeology. You won't be able to use Survey unless you also move into the circle on the map, like you can see right here in Stranglethorn. At this point, you're also ready to spawn the different telescopes, or well, the objects here that will indicate how far away you are from the fragment you're trying to dig. If it's glowing red, then you're far away, yellow, you're getting closer, and the moment it turns green, it's probably in between 5 to 30 yards away. The way the telescope is pointing is also the direction you should be looking, so as you can see right here, I'm moving a bit forward, and now I also dig up the fragment. In the beginning, this will also be how you level up the profession, so simply by finding the fragments, and this can be done in between level 1 to 50. By the time you reach level 50, you will no longer get any skill points when you're finding a new fragment. So what I usually do next is to head back to the main city and learn the next rank of archaeology, so I can get this to 150. But the only way to get this to 150 is simply to solve the different tasks. To do this, you just use your fragments. As you can see right here, I'll need 39 elf fragments in order to complete this common task. When you solve a common task, you will be given 5 skill points. There's also going to be rare ones, and these will give you 15 skill points. So it's super easy to level up the profession, and on top of this, when you're finding a fragment, you're not just getting 1 fragment at a time. No, you'll be getting in between 4 and up to around 9 fragments every time you dig something up. It probably won't take you long until you get your first rare thing you will need to solve, and this will also reward you with a toy. Later on there will be different pets, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, the weapons and also the mounts. As you continue to level up the profession, you will most likely also find some keystones. These will be important to keep, as it allow you to level up the profession even quicker, or also to make a bit of gold, as you can sell them on the auction house or purchase them on the auction house to speed level your own profession. Like you can see right here, I add in the keystone, and this allows me to also solve this task. I add in another keystone, and this gives me 12 fragments, allowing me to just farm a bit more to solve yet another thing. Here are some tips and tricks. Make sure to bind your heartstone to Dalaran, as you can then use the portal to either Stormwind City or Orgrimmar, but also the portal to Caverns of Time in Tanaris. This is especially useful whenever you have to start using Survey at the southern part of this continent. Not to mention the portal you can use in Orgrimmar close to the Mage Trainer. This will take you to Blasted Lands, so if you have to use Survey at the southern part of this continent, well, then you will also get there quickly. This is also the same case as an Alliance player. Close to the Mage Trainer in Stormwind City, you will find a portal to the exact same location. Yeah, it won't save you a lot of time as an Alliance player, but then again, everything counts, as you probably have a lot of other things to take care of. What I've also noticed is that these portals are actually up in all the different main cities, so if you were in Ironforge, it would all of a sudden also save you a bit more time. So you continue to level up the profession by solving different things. And by the time you reach level 300, you also unlock the possibility to survey in Outland. I like this area a lot, basically because now there's only going to be 2 different kind of fragments you can get. So it's going to be a lot easier to solve the different things compared to, for example, leveling up the profession in either Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor. Where in Outland, when you only have 2 different kind of fragments, you can easily solve the different things. And what I also noticed were that when you don't have many zones in Outland, then there's also a high possibility that you will either have 2 or 3 different dig sites in the same zone. This was so helpful and allowed me to level up the profession even quicker. Yet another benefit is that a lot of the areas where you have to survey is also small in Outland, therefore it's going to be quite easy to find the different fragments. Some of you might not want to go to Outland, and don't worry, you can continue to level up archaeology all the way up to max level by staying in Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. By the time you reach level 375, you can also start heading to Northrend. The downside is that there's also going to be a way higher chance that you will pull nearby enemies, and this will slow down your leveling speed. So what I did myself was simply to level up in the zones that I preferred. Most of the times it would be in Outland, but also a bit in Kalimdor. So by the time you reach level 450, you will not be able to continue leveling up the profession in the pre-patch, simply because it's gated and you will need to wait for your level 80 to 85 journey to also level up this profession to 525. But then you simply just proceed and do everything you have done so far in the guide, and this will get you to 525. A quick tip for when you reach max level, and this is no matter if you do it in the pre-patch as well, continue to do archaeology and solve the different things, because at some point you might also get a new task where you'll, for example, unlock a mount. I did this myself in the pre-patch, and there's going to be other things I can still unlock. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see other Cataclysm videos, for example class guides, leveling, gold making and a lot of other things in the future, then make sure to subscribe to help me as a content creator, but also to get notified the next time I post a new video.